Hello, my friend. I hope you're doing well and that you are taking care of yourself mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. I hope you're taking full care of yourself, all right? Let me talk about depression. And the reason why is because it's a big deal today. Many people are getting depressed, and many others have been depressed for a long time, right? Why should I speak about depression? Why me? Because I had depression before. Because I know how it feels like. I know how much struggle and suffering there is with depression, okay? So I know how it feels, and I also know how to get rid of it. I've dealt with it before, and I've helped people with depression before. And let's begin with this. Now, there are reasons for depression. Why do people get depressed, right? Why? So many reasons, okay? But we're not gonna focus today on counting each one of the reasons. We're gonna mention some, but I'm gonna talk about the most important element, the dangerous fuel that is always making depression bigger, even if it's not the cause of the problem. Okay, now let me explain that. Let's take two people, two different examples. The first person has overthinking, and this overthinking becomes anxiety because he or she didn't know how to deal with overthinking, so it becomes anxiety. Then what happens after that if we don't deal with anxiety? Yes, exactly, it becomes depression, right? So, what do we mean by not dealing with anxiety? How do you know you are not dealing with overthinking or you are not dealing with anxiety? How do you know? What measure do you use? I'll tell you what, expressing your emotions. I'll say it again, expressing your emotions. And again, I'm not speaking theory, I'm speaking out of experience and from seeing others and dealing with others who had depression, okay? You might have overthinking as the first reason. That the actual reason for your depression is overthinking. Now, the fuel that lights up overthinking, that lights up depression even more, is not speaking about it. Whether it's overthinking, whether it's anxiety, or even depression, regardless of the stage you are at right now, not being able to speak about this will lead you to the next level. This is for sure. There's no other way. I've been suppressing my emotions for a very long time before I learned how to express myself. And of course, it came through experience and the help of others. Now, sometimes not expressing your emotions, not speaking about what you feel on the inside, sometimes it is the reason, it is the cause of your depression. But even if it's not the cause, it's the fuel. I hope you are still following with me, and I hope that what I'm talking about is easy to understand. Now, if we know that depression can be caused by many reasons, and if we try um, therapy, if we try pills or liquids or any kind of medications, and nothing is working out, it's because of this. And hear me out and listen, not only with your ears, but with your heart, because this is so important. The reason why depression is still there is because we are trying to deal with it mentally. We're trying to work on our thoughts. And look at every single person who tried to heal depression only by thinking or trying to think positive, and see the results. It's impossible to heal depression only mentally. There need to be emotions. There needs to be release. And you can do that by several ways. Now, I'll tell you two main methods to deal with depression emotionally. And they are so simple, they only need you to be a little bit more courageous to speak about it. Because the moment you speak about it, the moment you decide speaking about it, is the moment you actually start healing. And I experienced that myself, okay? Number one, talking to a dear friend or a close family member about it. Letting it all out, not holding anything inside. And it's so easy with a dear friend that can understand you and hold a space for you, because you don't need to think about what you're gonna say if it's someone you know. So this one is very simple if you have a friend that you can trust or a family member, and you know that they will not judge you or you know, uh, change the way they look at you, and they will still respect you and love you the way you are. That's the easy way. Now, if you don't have these people who can understand you and hold space for you, then your second option is someone who is professional at this, who is an expert doing this, who's been doing this for a while. And with all respect to therapists, if they give medications and they think it will help, they're just wasting their time and the patient's time for nothing. Pills will never heal depression, never. So the second option for you is to speak to a professional, and usually life coach or a life coach is the one who deals with deep emotional traumas or deep emotional issues that you might be going through. Depression cannot come with thinking only. Depression comes after attaching emotions to our overthinking. If we are overthinking and we're not able to express what we think about, then it's going to be transferred into emotions. And these emotions are actually accumulated over time and are stored inside our bodies. So it can even lead to chronic illness. Yes, I don't know if it's a surprise for you, but depression can cause not only emotional traumas or emotional suppression, but also chronic illness. Me personally, my overthinking and my depression, especially the overthinking, got me digestive issues for a very, very, very long time. I'm still dealing with some of it. It's getting better. Um, but I don't know if you experience any physical pain or any physical issue. It might be related to depression. The secret actually is emotions. These emotions are in the body. How do we feel? How do we feel? If we didn't have this body, we wouldn't be able to feel, right? These feelings are stored inside our bodies. It could be stored in your neck, it could be stored in your back, it could be stored in your stomach, it could be stored in your arm, and then you eventually start feeling pain somewhere. And you wonder, what is this pain or where is it coming from, right? I'm not saying that all the pain in the world comes from depression and emotional suppress, because we can do wrong movements or we can have injuries, of course. What I'm saying now is depression should be healed with emotions, not with thinking or taking pills. You're taking pills to relieve the symptoms. That's good for a while. But if you don't know the cause of depression, which is suppressing the emotions, how can you deal with it? I'm not interested in healing symptoms because the disease is still there. I'm interested in knowing the cause, the root cause, and then taking it off. That's my message for you, my friend. I hope it makes sense to you. I know it's difficult to talk about these things. It might sound so sensitive for you to, um, you know, talk about it to someone else. But if someone you trust is there for you, why not try? And once you do it, it's no longer an issue or a challenge for you. Trust me, that's my own experience. Um, if you don't find the person that understands you, that loves you the way you are, that will hold space for you, then your second option is an expert in this. And again, a life coach is always dealing with emotional stuff, traumas, and deep working. So, my friend, please don't wait on depression to get bigger. Speak about it, talk about it, express your needs, tell people what you're going through. You don't need to wait. There's no reason for you to wait. People will not kill you if you talk about your emotions. You think this, but they won't hurt you. If you choose the right people, of course, right? So that's my message for you, my friend. Again, I hope this makes sense to you. Take care of yourself. I love you, and I'll see you soon.